You know the type. Maybe. Maybe you are the type. I know I have certainly been this person more times than I'd like to admit.
Chuckles. I think we all have.
You've got the vision board, right? It's up on the wall right above your monitor. You've got the affirmations taped to the bathroom mirror. You see them every morning.
Oh, yeah. You're doing the work.
You're doing the work. You spend 20 minutes every morning in, intense gratitude, visualizing the life you want. You can practically feel the leather seats in the new car. You can smell the ocean air at the beach house. You are doing absolutely everything. Everything the mindset gurus tell you to do.
You're aligning, you're vibrating, you're manifesting, all the buzzwords.
The whole 9 yards. And yet you look around your actual physical life on a Tuesday afternoon and...
Yes.
Well, nothing has changed.
That's the painful part.
The bank account looks exactly the same. The job is still just draining the life out of you. The relationships feel stuck. And there's this massive, really painful gap between the reality in your head, which is glorious, and the reality of your hands, which is, frankly, a bit disappointing.
It is the classic trap, isn't it? It's the trap of the modern seeker. We become, experts in the mental game, total pros. But we're absolute novices in the physical one.
That's a good way to put it.
We have people who can visualize a castle in the clouds with, high-definition clarity, but they can't seem to lay a single brick on the ground to actually build it.
They're architects of air.
Architects of air.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a stinging phrase, but it's true.
It feels incredibly accurate. And that dissonance, that gap, is exactly what we need to fix today. Because we're continuing our analysis of Wallace D. Wattles and the science of getting rich, but we are zooming in on the part that I think usually gets glossed over.
It absolutely does.
Everyone loves the thoughts become the things part. It's seductive. It feels like magic. But this is the bridge. This is the missing link between the dreamer and the doer.
It's the pivot point of the entire philosophy. Wattles is very, very clear about this, and frankly, it's often uncomfortable for people who just want the magic pill.
Right.
He says that by thought, the thing you want is brought to you. But, and this is the big but, by action, you receive it.
That is the whole thesis right there. I want to repeat that just because it's the anchor for our whole conversation.
Ready.
By thought, the thing is brought to you. By action, you receive it.
You have to have the bucket out when it starts to rain. Otherwise, you just get wet.
Exactly. And before we really unpack what that action looks like, because it is not what you think it is, it's definitely not hustle culture, I just want to say, if this episode helps you, please hit like and subscribe for the next one.
For sure.
Because today we are talking about efficient action and finding the right business.
And we really need to clarify what we mean by efficient action right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Because in our modern world, efficiency sounds like a productivity hack.
Totally. It sounds like a life hack video.
It sounds like how to answer 100 emails in 10 minutes or how to multitask better. We equate efficiency with speed, but that is not what Wattles is talking about at all.
Not even close.
We're aiming to understand how to act in what he calls the certain way. And that's all about acting without hurry, without worry, and critically, without burnout.
Okay, so let's start right there. That definition. When Wattles talks about efficiency, he isn't talking about raw speed, is he? Because when I hear efficient, I think of a factory assembly line, getting more done in less time.
No, absolutely not. In fact, speed often leads to the exact opposite of what he suggests. When we hear efficiency today, we think of machines. We think of output per hour, squeezing every drop of productivity out of a day until we just collapse.
Right, the grind.
But Wattles defines efficiency as a state of being, not a rate of speed. He says it's not the number of things you do, but the efficiency of each separate action that counts.
That is a huge distinction. It's quality over quantity, but it feels deeper than just do a good job. He has this line in the book that, honestly, it haunts me a little bit.
I think I know the one you mean.
He says that every act is, in itself, either a success or a failure.
Yes, it's a binary distinction. There is no neutral ground. Every single thing you do, sending that email, having that conversation, washing the dishes, it's either moving you toward your vision or it's just cluttering your life and moving you away from it.
That's intense.
It is.
Yeah.
He says if you spend your life doing inefficient acts, acts done with a divided mind, acts done in fear, acts done just to look busy, then your whole life is, in his view, a failure. But, and here's the liberating part, if every act is an efficient act, the whole life must be a success.
It's like a mathematical certainty.
Exactly. It's inevitable.
Okay, let's try to visualize that without, numbers or quotas. Imagine you're building a wall.
All right.
You can run around the construction site, sweating, yelling orders, moving piles of dirt from one side to the other. You look incredibly busy. To an outsider, you look like the hardest worker there.
You're covered in dust. You're exhausted at the end of the day.
Wiped out. But you haven't actually laid a single brick securely. That's an inefficient day, even if you're tired.
That's the perfect illustration. Whereas the efficient worker, they might move slower. They might look calm. They might even take breaks. But when they work, they pick up one brick. They apply the mortar correctly. They set it level.
They check the alignment.
Yes, that single act is a success. And if you string enough of those single successes together, well, you inevitably have a wall. You can't not have a wall. That is the math of it. It's the accumulation of successful moments.
This reminds me so much of James Clear in Atomic Habits. We've talked about him before in other analyses. He distinguishes between motion and action.
It's the exact same principle, just separated by a century.
It really is.
Clear says that motion is, well, it's planning, strategizing, learning. It feels like progress. You're researching the best diet plan. You're looking up the best gym shoes. You're organizing your desk, color-coding your calendar.
Oh, I love motion. I am the king of motion.
Yeah.
I can spend 3 hours researching the perfect microphone for a show, reading reviews, watching unboxing videos.
And you feel like you've worked, right?
Totally. But I haven't recorded a single word.
Exactly. And motion feels safe, doesn't it? It feels safe because you can't fail at motion. You can't fail at researching a novel. You can only fail when you actually sit down and try to write the novel. Wattles is telling us to stop hiding emotion, which he would call inefficient, and move into action. Action is the behavior that produces a result. Action is eating the healthy meal. Action is doing the squat. Action is writing the sentence.
It's the difference between preparing to do the thing and doing the thing. And Wattles wants us to do the thing. But here's the rub. He has this rule that sounds incredibly intense, almost contradictory to what we just said about not rushing. He says, and I'm paraphrasing here, do every day all that can be done that day. Now, to a modern ear, that sounds like a recipe for a panic attack.
It sounds like clear your inbox to 0 every single day, doesn't it?
Yes, it sounds horrible.
It does if you read it with a modern, hurried mind. But you have to. You have to read the very next sentence. He immediately follows that with this crucial caveat. He says you are not to overwork. You are not to rush blindly. You are not to try to do tomorrow's work today.
Okay, so that's the safety valve. But practically, how do you do all that can be done without overworking? Those two ideas, they feel like they're fighting each other.
It's about the boundary of the day, the container of today. He says you are not to do a week's work in a day. The all-you-can-do rule is about completeness, not volume.
Completeness, not volume. Okay.
It means if there are, say, 3 things that truly need to be handled today to move your vision forward, you do those 3 things completely. You do them well. You don't leave them hanging. But you don't frantically try to add a 4th thing that really belongs to tomorrow just to feel superior or to quiet your anxiety.
So it's about the space around the action. I think that's what I'm hearing. Success comes from doing the current task fully with your whole mind, not rushing through it just to get to the next one.
That's the essence of it. It's respect for the present moment. Think about how we usually work. We're writing an email, but we're thinking about the meeting in an hour.
We're in the meeting, but we're worrying about the project due tomorrow.
Exactly. That is an inefficient act because the mind is divided. Wattles and the Stoics, frankly, would say, when you're writing the email, only write the email. Do it so well, so completely, that it's a success in and of itself. Then move on.
This leads to a very practical question, though, about the mental side of things. If I'm supposed to focus entirely on this spreadsheet I'm doing right now, if I'm supposed to be fully present, how do I also hold on to that big, exciting vision of the future?
Oh, yeah.
We spent the last analysis talking about how important it is to hold that mental image. How do I do both without splitting my focus? It seems like I need to be 2 people at once.
This is a very common point of confusion. A really good question. People think they need to be visualizing their dream mansion while they're checking out a customer at the grocery store.
Right, or chanting affirmations while they're trying to code software.
That's not it. That's just distraction.
Nah.
Wattles clarifies that you do not need to visualize every detail during the work.
So when do you do the visualization?
You do the heavy lifting in your leisure time. That's what your downtime is for. You use your spare time in the morning, before bed, to build that image so firmly, so clearly in your mind that it becomes a part of you. You memorize the feeling of it.
It's like studying a map before you start driving.
That is a perfect analogy. Yeah. You study the map at home. You memorize the route. Then, when you're driving, which is the work, you just need a quick glance, a flash of memory to remind you of where you're going.
I see.
In work hours, a simple thought, a momentary recollection of the vision, is enough to stimulate your faith and purpose. It inspires the work, but it doesn't distract from the work.
It's like that Marcus Aurelius quote. He talks about doing the task at hand like a Roman.
Yes, do it with precision and dignity.
Yeah.
The Stoics were so big on this. They believed that the quality of your work was a direct reflection of your character. If you're washing a bowl, wash the bowl. Don't wish you were an emperor. Just wash the bowl with the dignity of an emperor.
Oh.
Wattles is saying the same thing. If you want to be great in the future, you must be great in the small acts you're doing right now. You can't be a great leader if you can't be a great follower first. You can't handle millions if you can't handle hundreds responsibly.
I love that phrasing. Act where you are. You literally can't act where you aren't. But let's shift gears a little bit, because a lot of people listening might be thinking, okay, I can act efficiently. I can wash the bowl like a king, but I'm in the wrong movie.
Yes. I'm in a wrong job. I hate my business. I'm washing bowls, but I want to be painting masterpieces.
Exactly. That is a huge source of anxiety for so many people. They feel trapped. They worry they don't have the right talent, or they miss their calling. They feel like they're just wasting their efficient action on a dead end.
Why should I be efficient at a job I hate? Won't that just get me more of the job I hate? It's a very common question.
Is.
And Wattles takes a very, I'd say, very democratic, almost radical view of this. He says you can get rich in any business.
Any business.
Any business. Talent, in his view, is just a tool. It's not the source of success. He points out that you can find rich people in the ice cream business and poor people in the ice cream business. You find wealthy mechanics and broke mechanics.
Okay.
It's not the business itself that determines the outcome.
It's the way you act within it.
It's the way you act.
But surely talent has to matter. I mean, I can't be a professional opera singer. I can't carry a tune. If I try to efficiently act my way into the Met, I'm going to fail. I don't care how efficient my singing is, it's going to be bad.
Right. But Wattles would argue that if you have no desire to be an opera singer, that it doesn't matter. But if you have a burning, genuine desire to do something, that desire is proof.
Proof of what?
Proof that the power to do it exists in you.
Yeah.
He defines desire as power-seeking expression.
Power-seeking expression. I like that.
It's a fascinating concept. He believes the universe doesn't give you a desire without also giving you the capacity to fulfill it. If you really truly want to do a thing, not just because it pays well or looks cool, but because you're deeply drawn to it, it's because the rudimentary talent is there, pushing to be developed.
So the seed is there.
The seed is there. It might not be a master yet, but it's there.
Yeah.
You don't see fish trying to fly. They have no desire for it because they have no equipment for it. The urge is evidence of the capacity.
That is actually really comforting. So if I have the urge, I have the capacity. But what if I am stuck in a job I hate right now? Let's say I want to be a writer, but I'm working in accounting. Do I just quit tomorrow? Burn the boats? That's popular advice on social media.
Oh, yeah. Leap and the net will appear. Wattles is very conservative here, actually. He warns against what he calls drastic action.
Don't just jump.
Don't just jump. Do not quit impulsively without a plan. That usually comes from a place of fear or anger. You're running away from something, not towards something.
Okay.
And that's not creative. It's reactive. It breaks the flow of a certain way.
Okay, so how do we transition without just, jumping off a cliff?
Through the strategy of growth. He uses the metaphor of a plant. A plant doesn't move to a larger pot by jumping. It grows. It grows until it fills the current pot so completely that it has to be moved.
You move to a larger place by outgrowing your current place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You use your current business as the means to get the better one. You treat your current job, even if you dislike it, as the gymnasium where you build the muscles for the next one.
So you become so good at it that opportunities just naturally open up.
You perform your duties with such efficiency, such surplus power, that you naturally expand beyond the role. You cannot act where you are not. You can only act where you are. So make your current environment the launch pad.
So if you're the accountant who wants to be a writer,
You be the most efficient, present accountant you can be. Do your work in 6 hours instead of 8 because you're so focused, and use your leisure time to write. Eventually, the writing will open a door that accounting never could.
that requires a lot of patience, though. And patience is hard when you're full of doubt. And I think doubt and hurry are the two things that kill this process faster than anything else.
They are the twin enemies.
Absolutely.
When you're in a job you hate, every day feels like a year.
Let's look at doubt first. Wattles gives a very specific, very clear instruction. When in doubt, wait.
When in doubt, wait.
I mean, that feels so counterintuitive to the modern ethos. We're told to fail fast, break things, move before you're ready.
Temptation is death, right?
Yeah.
But look at the source of the doubt. Where does it come from? Doubt usually comes because your vision has become cloudy or you've lost your connection to your faith in the outcome. If you act while you're doubting, your action will be frantic. It will be fearful.
It'll be competitive.
Exactly. You'll be trying to force a result because you don't trust it will happen naturally. So the remedy isn't to push through the doubt. It's to pause.
So what do you do in the pause?
You fall back to gratitude. He says to contemplate your vision for a day or two. Get quiet. Give thanks that it is coming. Only when your faith returns, only when you feel that calm certainty again, should you act. Action taken in faith is creative. Action taken in doubt is competitive. The energy behind the action matters just as much as the action itself.
And that leads right into hurry. I feel like hurry is the modern disease. We're all hurrying. We listen to podcasts at double speed.
Rare judgment.
No judgment if you're doing that right now. But we are always rushing. We eat while we walk. We text while we're on a call.
And hurry is a manifestation of fear. It just is. Why do you hurry? Because you're afraid there isn't enough time, or you're afraid someone else is going to beat you to it. You're afraid the opportunity will vanish.
FOMO, the fear of missing out.
That's all it is. And Wattles says the moment you begin to hurry, you cease to be a creator and you become a competitor. You've dropped back into the belief that supply is limited, you're fighting for scraps, you're operating from scarcity.
That is such a powerful reframe. Hurry isn't ambition. Hurry is fear. I need to get that tattooed on my arm.
The creative mind knows that what is yours is coming to you. You can walk toward it steadily. There's a Taoist connection here, too. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished.
The oak tree doesn't rush.
The oak tree doesn't rush to grow, but it becomes massive. The sun doesn't rush to set, but the day always ends. When you act with efficient, calm power, you get more done than the person running around in a panic. You make fewer mistakes. You don't have to redo your work. It's actually faster in the long run.
Okay, I want to ground this. We've talked about the philosophy efficiency, growth, hurry. Let's look at 3 specific examples of how this looks in real life, because it's easy to nod along to don't hurry, but Monday morning hits different.
It does. Okay, let's start with work.
Let's imagine a typical cluttered workday. You've got 50 unread emails, a Slack channel that's blowing up, and a big project due. The busy person, the inefficient actor, tries to do it all at once.
They have 3 tabs open, they're half reading an email while they're on a conference call, they're just vibrating with stress, reacting to every single ping.
I feel seen. That is literally my Tuesday.
It's all of our Tuesdays.
Yeah.
That's inefficient action. You're doing many things, but all of them poorly. You're generating heat, not light.
So what's the efficient approach?
The Wattles approach is to stop. You assess. You choose the next high-leverage task. Maybe it's the big project. You close the other tabs. You silence the phone. And you do that task cleanly. You finish it. You put it down. Then and only then do you move on to the next thing.
It's the discipline of completion. One thing done well. It sounds slower, but you actually finish things.
Exactly. You don't end the day with 10 half-finished projects. You end the day with 3 finished ones. That's real success. Okay, what about relationships? This is often where we fail to act at all.
We just hope they fix themselves.
Right. So imagine a relationship needing repair. You had a fight with your partner or a friend. The dreamer sits around visualizing the relationship getting better. They affirm, I have a loving marriage. But they don't do anything.
And the worrier?
The worrier replays the fight in their head over and over, thinking of what they should have said. That's just negative motion. It digs the rut deeper.
So what's the efficient action there?
You do the next right action. If an apology is needed, you walk into the room and you deliver it. Fully. Sincerely. You don't just worry about the relationship, you take one specific, concrete action to improve it. You repair and you follow through. You don't try to fix the whole 10-year history in one conversation.
You just fix the moment.
You just wash the bowl.
That's so good. Okay, last one. Habits. Everyone struggles with habits.
Oh yeah. The classic mistake here is the New Year's resolution syndrome. You try to change everything at once.
Diet, gym, sleep, hydration, meditation, learn a new language.
All of it. You're trying to overhaul your entire identity in 24 hours. And by day 3, you're eating pizza on the couch because you're just exhausted.
Been there, done that.
Because you violated the rule of efficiency. You diluted your power. You tried to fill a gallon jug with a thimble. The fix is to reduce the overload. One routine done well beats many half-done routines.
So pick one thing.
Pick one thing. Establish one small habit like drinking a glass of water every morning when you wake up. Master it. Do it so efficiently that it becomes automatic. Then and only then do you add the gym or the meditation.
It sounds so slow. It sounds agonizingly slow to the modern mind.
It feels slow, but it's actually fast because you never slide back. You're building that wall one brick at a time. The person who tries to lay 10 bricks at once drops them all and has to start over tomorrow. The person who lays one brick a day has a wall at the end of the year. It compounds.
Okay, I want to give our listeners a way to apply this right now. We've put together a little mental exercise we're calling the efficient action filter.
I like it.
You don't need a pen, just follow along in your head. It's a way to align your brain with what we've been discussing.
It's a quick reset button you can use anytime.
Okay, so step 1. Name your vision in plain language. Don't use fancy words. Just, what is the goal? Is it get the promotion? Is it fix my back pain? Just name it.
Keep it simple. Clarity gives you power. If you can't say it in a sentence, you don't really know what it is yet.
Next step. Choose the next doable action in reach. Not the massive leap, not run a marathon, just the next step. Maybe it's just put on my running shoes.
What can be done today, not next week? What is right in front of you?
Step 3. Remove one busy action that dilutes your focus. What are you doing just to feel busy? Are you checking your analytics again? Are you reorganizing your files for the 10th time?
Cut the motion. Keep the action. Be ruthless here. Eliminate the fake work that just soothes your anxiety.
The 4th step. Define what done well looks like. Set the standard for this one task. If you're going to wash the dishes, what does done look like? It means the sink is empty and the counter is wiped dry.
Precision. Do it like I'm after. Don't leave it 90% done. Incompleteness leaks energy from your life.
The 5th step. Choose one skill you will build by repetition. Wattles talks about talent being a tool. What tool are you sharpening with this action? Patience, focus, writing, maybe just listening.
Every action builds a habit. Make sure you're building a habit you actually want to keep. You're always training yourself to be something.
And the final step. Close with a calm commitment to steady growth. Just accept the pace. You don't need to rush. You just need to keep stepping.
That's the certain way. It's the way of the tortoise, not the hare. We all know who wins that race.
Yeah, I love that. Now, before we wrap up, let's troubleshoot. We've identified 5 common mistakes people make when they try to live this way. Let's run through them so people can spot them coming.
Good idea. Mistake number 1. Separating mental power from personal action. This is the secret trap. You sit on the couch and dream, waiting for the check to just arrive in the mail.
And the fix?
You have to combine them. Use thought to attract the opportunity, but use action to receive it. You have to open the mailbox. You have to pick up the phone. You have to engage with the physical world.
Mistake number 2. Acting with a divided mind. This is working while worrying.
The fix is presence. Put your whole mind into the present act. If you're worrying about the future, you're not acting efficiently in the present. It just drains your battery and makes you sloppy.
Mistake number 3. Trying to do tomorrow's work today.
This is anxiety-driven overwork. The fix is to respect the boundary of the day. Do only what can be done today successfully. Trust that tomorrow will have its own power. You don't need to borrow trouble from the future.
Mistake number 4. Waiting for the perfect environment to act. I'll start when I have a better office. I'll start when the kids are older. I'll start when the economy improves.
All just excuses. The fix is to act within your current environment in order to outgrow it. You can't leave your current environment until you have filled it. If you want a better job, become too big for your current one.
And finally, mistake number 5. Hurrying out of fear.
The fix is to stop. Literally, just stop. Return to gratitude. Realize there is enough for everyone. Reconnect with that abundance mindset. If you are rushing, you are losing. You've fallen out of the creative mind and into the competitive one.
So let's just recap what we've covered today. It's been a lot, but it all centers on this idea of the certain way.
First, remember that core thesis. By thought, the thing is brought to you. By action, you receive it. You absolutely need both.
Second, efficiency is about the quality of the act, not the speed. A perfect act is a success in itself.
Third, do all you can today, but do not overwork. Respect the limits of your energy and your time.
Fourth, desire is proof of power. If you truly want it, you have the potential to do it. The desire is the signal.
Fifth, use your current environment to grow into the next one. Don't run away from it. Grow out of it.
Sixth, when in doubt, wait. Return to gratitude. Don't act out of fear or uncertainty.
And finally, success is the accumulation of efficient acts held with purpose. It is a cumulative process. It's not a lottery win.
Next time, we're going to take this one step further. We're going to talk about how you interact with other people because you can't build a business or a life in a vacuum. We're going to explore how to interact with others in a way that expands life for everyone involved.
It's a concept Wattles calls the impression of increase. It's fascinating. It basically says that every single interaction you have should leave the other person feeling that they have gained something.
That sounds powerful. So that will be episode 8, The Impression of Increase. Do not miss it.
It changes everything about sales, leadership, and just basic human connection. It's a game changer.
Thanks for being here. If you want the full series, check the playlist, and please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.